Remasters and continuously updating games are absolutely destroying innovation in the video game industry. In this video, I'm going to break down the major culprits, the major problems, why they are hurting the video game industry, and what I'd like to see them do in order to fix it. But please like, subscribe, and share. Anything you can do will help my channel reach more people. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that bell icon so you can get my videos as soon as they drop. Well, as you may know, they announced the Oblivion remaster today. The original Oblivion came out in November of 2005. Yes, that's almost 20 years ago. And now we're finally getting an HD remaster. And while it looks great, it pretty much is killing innovation. Because instead of getting a new game from Bethesda, we're getting a remake of Oblivion. And yeah, you might say, well, that's a different team. They already have a team that's working on Elder Scrolls 6. Well, I'll tell you this, they don't have 100% of the team working on it, because they were talking about this game this morning. And yes, they have a smaller studio working on it, but it would be even better to have that smaller studio working on Elder Scrolls 6. Skyrim came out in 2011. That was 14 years ago. They haven't had a new Elder Scrolls game in 14 years, and no, I do not count the MMO. They are re-releasing a 20-year-old game because their last new game in the Elder Scrolls series is 14 years old. So yes, Oblivion looks great, but it's not really inventive. And Bethesda's not the only one. People are constantly clamoring for Legend of Zelda remasters, Legend of Zelda remakes, and the fact is we're not getting actually new Legend of Zeldas. Honestly, Breath of the Wild was the actual last new Zelda because Tears of the Kingdom was pretty much just a part 2 of Breath of the Wild. People are constantly hoping for Final Fantasy IX to come out and be remastered. Well, there's another game that's over 20 years old. Why not just make Final Fantasy XVII? But frankly, it's easier. They don't need to write a new story. They don't need to come up with a new plot. They just need to remaster what they've already had come out. And yes, it'll look nicer, but you're not creating a new engine. You're just plugging the old engine into the new Unreal Engine. And yes, I understand that thousands of people work on it, but those thousands of people ought to be working on Final Fantasy XVII. And yeah, look at the most recent Mario Kart, not the one coming out for Switch 2, but the one that came out for the Switch. Guess what? That was just a port. Ports are even worse than remasters. They're just games that are plugged in to a new system. They tell a small team to start working on making sure this game works on their new system, and then they can just print the money off of it. They should be telling that team to get to work with the bigger team and get an actual new game to come out. And why do they hurt the video game industry? Well, that's pretty easy. Because the companies are making their money without having to actually release a new game, a new engine, a new plot. They are just doing minor things in order to make some money. So what can be done? Don't buy lazy remasters. I'm not even saying don't buy Oblivion. It looks like they put a lot of time into it. And more importantly, Elder Scrolls 6 could be many years away. But when they just plug in a game to a new system and you've already bought it, don't buy it again. You're just reinforcing their plan to make money off of you with doing almost no work. Continuously updating games. Minecraft has not gotten any better since it came out. I'm sorry. They might do these little updates here and there, but it's the same freaking game. And while it's not made for people like me, I'm not sure why other people accept it so much. The game is ugly. I understand it's cool to build, but they could build some level of an engine to make it look nice. MMOs? WoW is essentially the same game. The graphics have not gotten that much better, especially compared to how they should be if they wanted to live up to what everything else is right now. So they just keep doing these little plot updates, these little minor things. They'll sell you a new continent every few years and you'll give them your $60. But if people stop buying it, at one point you could have had a World of Warcraft 2. But why? Why should they make it? Remember when they were going to make an MMO for StarCraft? Remember when they were going to make that other specialty MMO that got canceled? You're not giving Blizzard a reason to make something when you keep buying this same game. I never understood why people like Fortnite so much. It's a pretty crappy first-person shooter. Yes, every 3 weeks there's a new character from a TV show, and so now you can see somebody from the X-Men fighting somebody from Family Guy. But it's the same game. It's the same game over and over and over again. And they're just printing money. They are just making new 3D models and you're buying these monthly subscriptions. You're not forcing them to make a Fortnite 2. Not really. Yeah, they have these seasons every few years, but they're not really making a new game because people are paying them all this money. And of course, in my opinion, the worst culprit of this one, Grand Theft Auto 5. Between Grand Theft Auto 3 and 4 and 5 were just a few years each time, and they had massive upgrades each time. But now they just have these minor updates. They give you a few more missions, a few more cars, a few more random people for you to spend your money to go fight against. And they have not been forced to make GTA 6. GTA 7 should be out by now, but it's not, because people have just kept giving money to Rockstar. And are we getting GTA 6 this year? Maybe. Maybe we'll get a new commercial tomorrow. Or maybe it's been well over a year since the last commercial and they keep releasing this garbage for GTA Online and it's making them a bunch of money. These little updates are so profitable. People keep giving them money and they are not forced to actually make a new engine, a new plot, a new way to play their games. You're just rebuying and rebuying and rebuying, and here we are. Why do they hurt? Well, like I said, you don't have your Fortnite 2, you don't have your new MMO from Blizzard, you don't have GTA 6. You have the same garbage that you had when you started, just a little minor bit better. So that's how that's hurt you, because you've kept giving them your money and now you have this. So what can be done? Stop buying monthly subscriptions. Why are you buying monthly subscriptions for a game that came out in 2005? Some of the people playing WoW were born after WoW came out. What would I like to see done in the video game industry? Games need to last 2 years, maybe 3. I don't care if you have an online component. You need to change. You need to have a new game coming out. Even Call of Duty has a new game every year. They are forced to innovate. They are forced to get better engines. So yeah, they need to stop making these monthly subscriptions. They need to stop remastering games, and they need to start making new games. But those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Hey, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to click that subscribe button and check out those videos on screen now.